Alright, fellas. These are some stream highlights from Ardy and Fist, Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern and 11 p.m. in Across the Pond time. The link to the full stream is in the description. Here's what you can expect. Before we do that, alright, fellas, the channel's going well. September is gonna be a big month. We're gonna really pump it up in September. So, you know, there's some anti-Semitic things that happen on the channel, okay? And, you know, we like to have fun here. So, we might have to just dial it down.
Well, that's because, Arty, right? The moves would never start like their own exclusive community anywhere, right? And they certainly wouldn't just move into a country, set up somewhere, and refuse to integrate, right? I don't want to hear anyone in the chat saying that that is in any way true. And meanwhile, here's that clip.
For the last few days, we have seen the birth of a Yiddish community, a Jewish community, in a place that's so new and so raw to what we're bringing to it, that you can't help but to feel inspired.
Like, the fucking founder's name is gross. Are you kidding me? That's an accident. That's an accident that he fucking looks like that, and he's named that, and he's doing this in my country. All of that's a coincidence. Mr. Fist, I'm trying to dial this down, and you're going to show me a video like this, all right? I'm trying to dial it down. I think you're one of them right now. Trying to make me pop my head.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ardy. Is a perfectly wholesome video of a bunch of Yiddim.
They're inclusive. I'm sure everyone's invited, right? Are the gay blacks invited? We heard that question being asked by a move interviewing them last time, right? What about the gays? What about
the gays? What about the Muslims, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, what about the
Are they also invited?
No. Are the Christians invited, right?
Where's the 13-person media crew shoving cameras in their faces as they're making matzah going, oh, do you have enough for the blacks next door? Where's the closest black to you? They drive 45 minutes away. They tell some black person that they're, you know, I don't know, drinking baby's blood or whatever it is that they do. And she's like, oh, that sounds terrible. This just doesn't exist in the inversion of what we watched last week. Yeah, I'm already getting mad. Okay, let's go back in history. Whisk me away.
MLK with his Jewish handler, Stanley Levinson.
Okay, there's one example.
Who was the actual author of the I have a dream that one day America will be subverted and we will all live in racial antagonisms.
Wait a minute. You tell me that wasn't written by a black man? Tell me some honky ass Jew on that shit?
That sounds like cultural appropriation to me, bro, right? Like, I'm not the expert, right? But, like, I don't know, right? Like, you know, a Moorish man writing, you know, the most famous black speech. I mean, isn't that cultural appropriation? I mean, they get angry if you wear, like, braids.
No, actually, it's not cultural appropriation because all the toxic aspects of Black American culture are directly created by the Moos. Not the Moors, by the Mooish people, okay? That's actually Moo culture. They created it. I can prove it. Who's the next one?
Black Panther, Huey Newton with his Mooish handler, Dr. Benjamin Spock, although we can't see the full picture there.
You can just take our word for it, all right?
No, look, it's true, right? The involvement of the Mooish people in the U.S. civil rights movement is very, very well documented. They were there at all the critical points. The Selma bus, the bus riots, wasn't it? Like when Rosa Parks did all that like stuff, and she was like, I will not give up my seat. And everyone was like, oh my God, right? Like they were there at every step.
There's two examples. Do we have a third example?
As a man who has been preaching power for years, Saul Alinsky, a white Jew, finds himself in the middle of the Black Revolution.
Change must come.
Dude, it never gets old. It never gets old. I love it. He literally had to say that in the documentary. So scroll down. So this is done so much that it's literally a trope.
Oh, yeah.
This is such a trope. This happens so much throughout history that it's a Family Guy trope.
This is fucking awesome.
Oh, look how low I've sunk. Taking credit for something a smart Jewish person did.
Oh, that's okay, Pete.
No. People have been doing that for too damn long. It is the white devil that has propagated, exacerbated, instigated, lying, instigated our hatred like a Buick. God, what was I thinking when I agreed to this? This is so degrading. This is worse than the time I was at the Friars Club and Sun Yi's retainer fell out of my pants.
So this isn't even a controversial topic as far as I'm concerned, okay? That's a liberal elite making that joke.
Oh, it's my hatred like a Buick.
Oh God, what was I thinking?
What was I thinking? Right. Are we going on to Better
now
Call?
We're ready.
Better Call Saul?
Alinsky. Now we're ready. Now we're lubed up. Now we got those puckers all juicy.
Himself out to the poor and the oppressed. Operating out of a suitcase, he has been working his beat for 30 years.
There are things.
Wait, I got a question, right? Yeah. How does he hire himself out to the poor, right? Aren't the poor like poor? Like, how much do they pay him, right? Like, what is he like? I start revolutions for a very reasonable fee.
Yes,
unironically, my brother.
Does it make sense? I know it's funny, but do you think it's the truth? So yeah, where does the money come from? Probably NGOs.
Yeah, probably.
Where the money always comes from.
Before like NGOs or like sort of the structure that they are now, right? They're probably like charities or whatever they call them fucking back in the day. You know what I mean?
That's how that goes.
So if whites were doing it, it would be called fascism, basically.
I'm pretty sure whites did it, and they were just, okay. I don't think they would have had to have put on hoods and terrorized society if they could just be who they wanted to be. That's all I'm saying, okay? There's been a lot of antagonization for a long time. There is a lot of our fellow citizens that wouldn't have had to have swung from branch to branch because of the racial tension if they can just blow off some steam. That's all I'm saying.
More love than you have, because I'm willing to go out and get corrupted for it. I'm willing to fight for it. I'm willing to stick my life on a line on it. And you're just willing to stick around and talk about love and hippies and not do a goddamn thing.
Yeah, I'm going to press X to doubt on that.
Well,
he doesn't look like a man who has a lot of love in his heart. He looks like a man who's like consumed by hatred, honestly. Look at those fucking bulging eyes.
He looks like the bug man from Men in Black where he needs sugar water.
He looks a bit like the aliens from Mars Attacks. You know what I mean?
Right around the I think this might be a few years after the Civil Rights Act was just passed and the Hart-Celler Act was passed and the Voting Rights Act was passed. So as always, it's through a benevolent humanitarian seeming effort. But so for example, the Voting Rights Act gave black people the right to vote. Okay. You go, well, you have to be racist if you disagree with that. Do you want to know how they did it? It got rid of the literacy requirement to vote in the Voting Rights Act.
I wonder if this was after they did the forced school integrations.
Well, that rolled out. And dude, I think it's called the Orangeburg Massacre in like 1968. There was these black activists that were like, we want to go in this bowling alley. And this is in the South. They were like, we don't care what the law is. We don't want you in here. So they were like, okay, fine. So we're going to do a bonfire on the street. The cops were called and they just fucking mowed down the black people in like 1968. They just came by and fucking mowed them down. And the newspaper was like super neutral in covering it. Okay. It was not an easy transition with the government mandated integration. I'll tell you that much.
I was taught in school that it was just all like totally peaceful. I mean, obviously there were, some bad white people, right? The blacks, of course, never did anything wrong.
A basic Alinsky tactic is to deal only with top management. If the enemy is City Hall, you get to see the mayor.
Fuck.
Can you believe this moo can just go straight to the manager? He can just go straight to the CEO. He just has the power to go straight to the... How? How does he have this money? How does he have these connections? Moo! What else would it be? What else is the through line? Who else could just appear out of nowhere and do that?
I want to speak to the manager right now.
The manager comes out. No, your manager's father. I want to talk to the man that made you. He just keeps going up the chain. He talks to the CEO's grandmother. Do you want to know what your grandson said to me? There's no end to it. The very top.
Total blackout painting for $20 US. Thank you very much, Total blackout painting.
Mate. Fucking hell!
I'm late, so here's a few shekels for your trouble. Thank you very much, Total blackout painting. I'll be sure to put that away in the vault.
If I believed in God, I'd have him bless you, and I'll put in a good word for you for Satan to make sure he doesn't bother you. Thank you.
Dude.
3,500 permanent jobs with a take-home pay of $75 with a policy of hire now and train later.
What?
With a policy? Make sure you don't fucking train us before you give us the jobs. What are you doing? Everything was already so difficult. It was already a pie-in-the-sky idea, and he was like, we want to go there right now and start working on the machines before we know a fucking thing. That was him negotiating, dude.
The thing is, right, if you give in to this demand, right, now that they've organized, this is basically like black Bolshevism, really, like in a sense, right? If you hire all these people, right, in this one block with these networks, right, they've got you by the balls. They could sabotage your machines, right? They could fuck up your business literally at any point. Dude.
Well, I know, but it's hey, these people are downtrodden. They're uneducated. They smell like fucking dog shit. Let's fill them up. Let's fill your nice white business up with these people and not even train them. And when they start shitting into their hand and throwing it at each other, you're going to have to keep them employed because you promised.
How many?
Why is it untrained? Why is that? He couldn't possibly agree to that. By the way, fellas, this does get rectified in a few minutes. All right, fellas, I'm going to show you a little slab of something you're not used to seeing. You ever seen what a poor black woman that lives in the hood sounded like in the 1960s? You haven't. And you're about to see it. Someone just, I'm sorry, I'm listening, but someone just said, even parrots can mimic.
Bro.
I'm really enjoying the community I'm building. That's all. See? Right under the radar.
That's the other thing about the civil rights movement. It was so much more dignified.
What a fucking phenotype. But you're right. You're absolutely right.
They just look at the schnoz on that guy. Holy shit.
Dude. Who wants to go skiing down that thing? That's a black diamond.
Hello, fellow black people. I'm here to help you all.
If I had been told that after I did this to him, he would walk out of the auditorium, that there would be a meeting and the Klan would throw him out of leadership, and that he would then go home and commit suicide, I would have done it. Do I make myself clear?
Why can't we say that about trans people?
The delegation from Dayton has listened to Alinsky for 10 days.
Film ourselves saying that, dude.
Man.
Are you kidding me?
That's fucking cold.
You know what?
My God, dude.
You know what? The rules are different, you know?
Yeah.
One time I saw a troon, guy in a wig, and I said, "You're a man." And all of a sudden everybody was looking and his beard starts growing and they see this big burly man. And if I was told that troon would walk away, go home, and off itself, you fucking understand me? Is this different? Is the tone in the room different right now compared to him saying that about a KKK guy, dude? Yeah. That's one of the most insane double standards right there. You can't say anything like that.
Bruh.
But you have to be cold-blooded. Why do you think I'm cold-blooded, fellas? Because that is what they are like. This is who trained them. They will use your own humanity against you, so give them no humanity. We're trying to make soldiers out here, okay?
With 2 weeks of exposure to the Alinsky philosophy, are we going to go and...
Dude, His head looks like the head from One of Us Freaks, the small head guy.
No, it reminds me. I don't know if you ever like saw that that like TikTok of that black dude in the back of the bus, like wearing those like sunglasses that say like "Trust no bitch."
Dude, he is Down syndrome Blade. He is Wesley Snipes. If this guy knows martial arts, then white women are really in trouble because he's going to grab their tits and beat them up.
After months of negotiation, Kodak representatives agree to Fight's demand that they hire 600 untrained Negroes.
Pause it.
Oh, okay. This is going to go great.
So they agree that they're going to hire 600 untrained Negroes. Oh my God, that was a close one. 600 untrained Negroes. Dude,
I can see no way this is going to like have a problem.
That just sounds like an alarming thing. 600 untrained Negroes. That just sounds like a would you rather? Would you rather fight this or 600 untrained Negroes?
I mean, what percentage of the workforce is that? You notice how like they dropped in the only 3% of their workers are Negro. Well, yeah. Well, how many people are there like actually trained to do this stuff, right? Like, are they
manufacturing too? It's not retail. Folding clothes. All right, God.
Oh 3 days later, Kodak management repudiates the agreement.
3 days. They had 3 days of that fucking bullshit, and they were like, "I don't care if you call me a liar. I don't care if you sue me. Out! All of yous! Get out of here! Scram!" So don't beat your wife. Listen to Arty and Fist Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern instead. Link in the description. Goodbye!